Good morning, everyone. It's Ange here. So apologies for skipping out on Transformation Tuesday this week, but I'm doing Transformation Thursday instead. So Monday was a really busy day for me, and essentially I had to move my whole clinic home late in the afternoon, so I couldn't come into contact with anybody. So I become a bit distracted then about what was happening in the world and completely forgot about it. So a few housekeeping points I want to do today before I get started. So I know a lot of people are doing it really tough right now, and I want to bring back I want to be able to do something to help them in as much capacity as I can, and I'm happy to do more, but this is sort of something that I thought would be a great start. So I'm bringing back Ask Ange to every channel. This is for everybody excuse me, to ask a general question about your health. This may hold you off from having to have a full consultation for one small question. So I've always had I'm also in my Facebook group starting next week. I'm interviewing all manner of people. And so far I've got a meditation expert that's going to run us through a very easy meditation, an exercise specialist that's going to show us some easy things we can do at home, and many more. I will also be doing cooking segments on things that you've got in your cupboard and how you can transform them into really good meals. So if you're not over there yet, come and join the fun. I'll add the link into my bio for everybody watching on Instagram and in the comments for people on Facebook. I'd really love to support you all in one place. I'm trying to do 3 channels. It's really tough. I am still seeing clients via Zoom and telephone consultations. This is something that I've always offered to my overseas clients, so it's been a pretty easy switch to me. I'm no longer seeing people in clinic because we are on lockdown at our place. And that's just due to possible contact with somebody with coronavirus. So we're waiting it out. It's been a very interesting week, though, having everybody at home. And I thank God every day that all my kids have finished school. So I would hate to contemplate homeschooling. So for all those mums and dads doing that, go you. It's a tough one. And so for those who are new to this page, I'm Ange Sinclair and I'm the Digestive Detective. Today I'm going to talk about Anita. She's a 47-year-old mother of 2. Anita had gastritis, a parasite, an autoimmune condition, and chronic constipation. And if you're on live, can you just give me a little thumbs up so I know that you're here, because it doesn't always show up on my system. So Anita's main problem was she had a really hard, bloated stomach that can cause her an incredible amount of pain. She's constipated most days, and if anybody's ever had that, you know how distressing that can be. So she felt like her insides of her gut were always inflamed, like really inflamed. She felt like she couldn't pass gas and her belly ached because of this all the time. So with Anita, she has a family history of bowel cancer. So this really worried her. She had an autoimmune condition, alopecia, that had started when she was a teenager. So big clumps of hair would randomly fall out at unsuspecting times. So you will be surprised to know that this autoimmune condition is gut-related, as are all autoimmune conditions. So we had a bit to think about with Anita. So I sent her off to the doctor for a thyroid test, a PCR stool test just to rule out she didn't have a parasite, a celiac test, a vitamin D test, and a full blood count. I also sent her off with my mood, food, and poo diary to fill in just for a few days. So what I learned at the second visit was Anita had a parasite. She had very low thyroid function, so she essentially had hypothyroid, which can really slow the bowel down, and she had low vitamin D, which is not ideal if you have an autoimmune condition. So one of the issues when someone has an autoimmune condition, there's a good chance they can get another one. They love to hold hands and join together. So you've really got to take care of your immune system and consequently your gut to help, keep this autoimmune condition under control. So now that the parasite that Anita had, not Anna, I had seen a lot in practice. I have never ever seen it give somebody constipation, so that was a first for me. It gives people diarrhea, so it's totally understandable though that the thyroid was probably trumping the parasite infection. So after looking at a food diary, I was really amazed at Anita's commitment to her diet. She cooked everything from scratch. She ran her own business and she had a really busy social life, and she played competition sports. So fantastic commitment to keeping her health on track. And she knew she had to because of the autoimmune condition. So what we did first was to treat a thyroid with the nutrients that we needed to get it functioning properly again. And we added a lot of these nutrients through food and with some supplements. So her self-care came in here as well. She did live in a constant state of stress due to her busy life. So what we did, we added in some more times where she had the opportunities in the schedule to do more self-care, time to slow down, time to take care of herself. She was really good at adopting this. So I think this was one of the reasons that we progressed through her treatment really quickly. Everything that we said, she took on board. So next we did a weed and feed protocol. It sounds like we're gardening, I know. On the weekends, she took antimicrobials, and during the week we added gut healing nutrients for her gut, essentially. And so I wasn't really looking to do a parasite cleanse, because if we get the environment right in the gut, the parasite will not be an issue anymore. And I see this over and over for lots of people. It's just about encouraging the good bacteria to grow, getting the environment right. So I got her to eat lots of bitter foods before meals, so rocket and radicchio, some ginger and gentian, some herbs, because they stimulate our digestion from the top down. So when this happens, we trigger our hydrochloric acid production, and this stops the parasites from being able to get access into your body. If your digestive fire is in a good place, you're unlikely to get parasites. So what happened next for Anita was not good. It's not what you want to hear. So I got an urgent message from her one morning that she was really constipated, and that she thought she may have to go to hospital, that she was feeling like she had an obstruction. So what we did an emergency level of magnesium, which was a quite high dose, which got her moving. And then we took little steps so that she would be able to put things into her diet that she could do every day. And so we increased the flax seeds that she was eating. We brought in foods like kiwi fruit. We made sure she was having lots of fibrous things. So after a few days, this did do the trick for her. So constipation can be really tricky, as there are more than 15 causes, and it's just something you have to work through to pick which ones are the ones for her. So with Anita, there were several conditions working against her. She had low thyroid, so that messes with your motility. She had a parasite, so that messes with your motility. A vitamin D can mess with your motility as well if you take too much too quickly, or if you don't have enough. So after around 60 days of the weed and feed protocol, things really started to normalize in her bowel. Something she noticed quickly after we got her bowel moving was it was easy to go every day if her bowel was moving, but if it stopped even for one day, it was really difficult to get it going again. So over the course of this treatment, it became a lot better for her. So we worked together for about 3 months, and Anita was really pleased with the outcome. She still comes for regular 6 months checkups. And I think that people forget they should get a tune-up every 6 months, as you would for your car. You can't just, think, okay, I'm better now. We're really busy. That way we can get on top of any small issues before it turns into a big issue. And being busy humans, we forget things, and sometimes just having somebody give us a gentle reminder is a really good way to get back on the wagon. And I see this constantly with alcohol, when a couple of people, they have 1 or 2 drinks a week, but over time it can creep up. So it's really nice to just come in for a tune-up. So a couple of things. Do you need gut support, or at this time nervous system support? Why not book in for a free 15-minute consult, and I can give you directions on what to do next. And I think that's really important in this time, especially with our nervous system. When most of us are at home, we have more time to focus on what's happening with us. So I'll add a link in the comments for all the Facebook peeps, and the link is in my bio for Instagram people that I'll show this too. So have a fantastic day. I look forward to chatting with you soon. Pop over into the Facebook group. The links are in the bio and in this Facebook Live. I'd love to see you, and I'll see you early Monday. Thanks, guys. Have a fantastic weekend.